Hey everyone, this is the remediation video for distance for geometry. What will you learn in this video? You're going to learn to memorize the distance formula. You're going to identify points on a graph that you can use and utilize. You can correctly substitute values in the formula. You're going to learn how to simplify using rules for addition and subtraction. And then I'm going to explain the common errors when solving for distance. So here's the distance formula. We have this sign right here, which is called a square root. Okay, we have the small 2, which is an exponent, which is called squared or square. And then we have these two blue points, which create our first point, x1, y1. And then we have the two red ones, which create our other point, x2, y2. Aquí tenemos la fórmula de distancia, tenemos una raíz cuadrada, en inglés es square root, y tenemos el exponente 2, en español es cuadrada. Okay, so first we're going to practice the basics because this is where a lot of people had problems in the test. So aquí podemos practicar los básicos porque hay muchos problemas con este en la prueba para todos los estudiantes. So when you have minus and minus, you can actually connect them, and this makes a plus sign. So this is actually 5 plus 4. So we can eliminate the parentheses and then just have 5 plus 4, which equals 9. Aquí tenemos 2 menos y menos, y 2 menos juntos. Tú puedes conectar y crear un signo de más y sumar. So aquí actualmente es 5 más 4 y este es igual que 9. Here we have a negative 6, and then we have a negative 2. So we can actually write minus 6 minus 2. How many negatives do we have total? We have negative 8. Aquí tenemos dos negativos, tenemos negativo 6 y tenemos negativo 2. So tú puedes decir cuántos negativos tienes en total. So, negativo 6 y negativo 2, tenemos negativo 8. Okay, right here we have a positive 8 and then we have a negative 10. So, for some people, it's easier if you write 10 minus 8. Everyone knows that that's 2. Okay, well now we have it backwards. So we have 8 minus 10, which is the same answer 2, but it's actually going to be negative. So that's a trick you can use. Aquí tenemos 8 menos 10. 8 es positivo y 10 es negativo. Pero si escribes 10 menos 8 primero, ese es más fácil pensar. Oh, 10 menos 8 es 2. Ahora estamos haciendo al revés. So es 8 menos 10 es exactamente igual, pero hay un negativo. So la respuesta es negativo 2. Again, here we have two negatives, so we can connect them. So that becomes a plus. So we actually have negative 1 plus 3. Again, we can just change the order. Positive 3, and then minus 1, which is easier to think about, and that's 2. Aquí tenemos dos negativos y tú puedes conectar otra vez juntos, y este es un signo de sumar. Ahora tenemos negativo 1 más 3, pero este es más difícil pensar sobre cambiando los lugares. So, por ejemplo, 3 es positivo, so tú puedes escribir primero, y 1 es negativo, tú puedes escribir segundo, y este es más fácil pensar. Oh, 3 menos 1 es 2. So those are the basics. Okay, our first example, we have 2 points. We have point A and point B. Point A is negative 5 for x, and then we have 9 for y. This is my first point, so it's going to be 1, 1. B, on the other hand, I have x and y. X is 4, y is negative 3. So it's going to be 2 and 2. So aquí tenemos dos puntos en la gráfica. Para punto A es negativo 5 para x y 9 para y. Siempre x es primero, la y es segundo. Podemos escribir 1 y 1 porque este es el primer punto. Para la letra B, este punto, podemos escribir 2 y 2 porque este es el segundo punto. Y x es 4, y es negativo 3. The next step is to write the formula. So step 2, formula. The formula is d equals the square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Now we substitute. So I'm going to make sure that I put all my parentheses in there. So para paso 2 necesitas escribir la fórmula y después podemos sustituir. Recuerdas, necesitas escribir los paréntesis extra. Okay, now I'm going to do x2 is 4, x1 is -5, y2 is -3, and y1 is 9. So just like we practiced in the basics, we need to get rid of those parentheses. So here, minus and minus is plus, so we actually have 4 plus 5. Here we have -3 and -9. Now we're going to simplify again. I have 4 plus 5 is 9. -3 and -9 is actually -12. And then now we're going to square. So this is 9 times 9, which is 81. And then -12 times -12 is 144. Then we can add them. It's going to be 225 in the root. And the square root of 225 is 15. Do not write the root again. Ahora podemos simplificar, so menos y menos es más, so tenemos 4 más 5 aquí. And then negativo 3 y negativo 9, los dos son negativos, so podemos sumar 3 y 9 juntos es 12, pero negativo. Y ahora podemos hacer la cuadrada, so 9 a cuadrada significa 9 por 9 es igual a 81, y negativo 12 por negativo 12 es 144. Después podemos sumar 81 más 144 es 225. Podemos hacer la raíz cuadrada de este y este es 15 porque 15 por 15 es 225. Entonces la distancia a punto B es 15. So that means that the distance from point A to point B is 15. Here's a practice problem that you can do. Choose from the multiple choice what you think the answer is, and then you can check after. The final answer I got was 11.31. The last part we're going to talk about are the common errors. One of the most common errors, people forget to write the names of the point. So ahora podemos hablar sobre los errores comunes en la prueba. So por ejemplo, when we have the 2 points, I'm just going to make them up, -10, 5, 6, 7. People always forget to write the names below. So aquí tenemos 2 puntos y siempre personas o estudiantes olvidan escribir los nombres abajo. So siempre es X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So those are the names that people oftentimes forget to put, which helps you. The second common error is people write the distance formula incorrectly. Just remember that it's a square root. Inside the parentheses is minus. Outside the parentheses is squares and a plus sign. La otra error común para la prueba es personas escriben la fórmula incorrecto. So, por ejemplo, adentro de los paréntesis son menos, entre los grupos es más y hay cuadradas afuera. The next mistake is people make mistakes with the sign. For example, -8 minus 1, that equals -9. So just make sure that, you know, for example, if you have this, minus and minus is plus, so it becomes 1 plus 5, which is 6. Another one is people square incorrectly. For example, 8 squared, people put 16, which is wrong. It's actually 8 times 8, which is 64. And that's it. Now you have to do the practice on delta math to be able to do the retake. Good luck.